And I'm back. It's GoldeeJR with more Titans franchise. We are now 4-0, facing off against the 3-1 Seattle Seahawks, home on a regular game. I tried to combine day and game instead of regular game. But we have a 4-game NFC stretch. I believe we play the Seahawks, then the Falcons, and the Cardinals, then the Rams, all in a row. Yep. And then we go back to our AFC schedule until the 49ers game. That's crazy. 4 NFC games in a row. So yeah, these won't we have any issue with division or conference records, but we still need to win at least probably 3 of these games. We could probably go 2-2. That would make us 6-2. But like, I don't really want to go 6-2. Yeah, if we even went 2-2, and the Colts were to go 4-0, then the division would be in jeopardy. So we can't really you gotta go 3-1 at least. All right. So we learned some things yesterday. We learned that negotiating with our players is going to be pretty tough. I think, was it last week that we also learned that Antoine Peterson will start development? It might have been last week. But yeah, we have no injuries right now. I know I might be jinxing it, but right now we're staying healthy, and that's leading to us winning games in big fashion. But, yeah, not too much is going on besides the fact that we finished 4 games, so it is time to check stats just for a brief moment. Groves, first in yards, first in touchdowns, first in passer rating, because the guy who's in front of him has 1 pass attempt. Reynolds our leading running back. Anyway, Groves, 65 of 84, 14 touchdowns, no interceptions with 1,239 yards, 77 pass completion percentage, averaging over 300 yards per game, and almost a perfect passer rating on the season. He's taken 6 sacks in 4 games. Yeah, somehow Raynaud has more yards than Tyjae Spears. He's averaging a lot more. But Spears just had that 1 touchdown. Groves is leading us in rushing touchdowns with 2. And also we have a few fumbles. 3 in 4 games ain't great. And now for receivers, 15 receptions, 363 yards. So that means Thompson leads us in receptions, yards, and average yards per reception, and yards per game. The only thing he's not leading us is in touchdowns, where Quincy Russell has 6 in 4 games. He has 1 less reception, a lot less yards though. And then Mims isn't trailing too far behind with 13 for 215 and 4 touchdowns. Raynaud 12 for 187 and a touchdown. Then Crocker, who already missed the game this year, 9 for 120 and a touchdown. 2 sacks allowed by Isaac Johnson, 1 by Latham, 1 by Favorite, 1 by Guyton. So that means Skaronski, Guerrero, and is that it? Yeah. They are the only offensive linemen to play a game and not allow a sack. But I guess Nicholas Petit-Frere, but I'm not counting him. Our leader in tackles is a safety, Taylor Sparks, with 33 total, followed by Starks with 26 and Mullins with that same number. Leading us in tackles for loss is Sparks with 4, which really he has 2. So our real leader in tackles for loss is DeAndre Powell with 3, because this guy technically has 1, 2, and 2. Leader in sacks is Lucas Van Ness once again with 3. Ernest Jones with 2.5. J-Rod and Hutchinson both have 2. 3 interceptions for Snead, and they're all in 1 game. That leads us. And then interception for Sparks, Tapp, and Ward. 4 deflections for Starks leads the team, and a forced fumble by Hutchinson. Kicking wise, we're 5 of 6. Only misses from 61 yards, I think. How am I 10th in coaches after 1 Super Bowl? Well, I guess it counts only coaches that are currently coaching, so. Andy Reid's the number 1 active coach. He retired. But no, so he's not number 1 active coach. Number 1 active coach is Mike Tomlin. Elifer's kind of low for having 2 Super Bowls. Anyway. I mean, we can look at negotiations. The fact is, we're not gonna be able to re-sign Guerrero. Like, that's just the fact. We're not gonna be able to re-sign Guerrero. We don't have the money to do it. We can try franchise tagging him, but I'm not sure how much franchise tag it's gonna be, and it feels like it's gonna be too much. And the thing is, like, the Calhoun's probably the easiest negotiation here, and he doesn't want to be here. So all I'm gonna do is decline more contracts I know we're not gonna be able to re-sign, which includes players like Tracy Doe, Jamison Huff, and Jacob Firth, all players who I've liked as backups, but it's just going to be impossible to keep them. And then we have to accept, like, if we don't accept Groves as the option, then it'd be even worse probably. But, you know, this could be the last season, so it could not be that bad. Onto the Seahawks roster. Now, something I found out that was interesting when looking at their team is that the quarterback, Corin Graham, we've been in this franchise for so long that this is his 5th year of his career. He's now 27, and the Seahawks consider him a bridge quarterback. They are done with the Corin Graham experiment after 5 seasons, even though he didn't start his first one. And honestly, I can kind of see why after the first 2 years. I mean, not very good touchdown to interception ratios here, but then last year he was actually really solid. I will say though, he takes a lot of sacks. Really, is 37 even that much? Not really, actually. I won't even say that. He had a good completion percentage last year, a good ratio, good passer rating. And then this year, he's starting with 7 touchdowns, no picks, with an even better rating. I don't know, man. I feel like they should give Graham maybe even a year after this, even if they aren't successful record-wise, which so far they are. This is a really good quarterback, honestly. Just, I don't know if he's that Super Bowl winning quarterback that they may want. Also, what a running back room. We got Kenneth Walker, one of the best in the NFL, still only 28. And then they've got Nicholas Gilchrist, Devin Brackett, both relatively young running backs. And then at receiver, they still got JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, DK Metcalf backing him up. But now their new number 3 is Khalil Shakir. Pretty good receiver group. Probably one of the better ones we faced so far. So just not a ton of speed here, but that's not necessary. Noah Fant is their tight end still. Backing up is James McCann, who will likely take over as soon as next season. They have 2 good left tackles, so even when Ryman leaves, they will have 3 good left tackles. What is going on here? What is this offensive line? Why do they have such elite backups? How much money are they spending on this line? I mean, the thing is, none of them are even higher than 84, so even though it looks very good, like, it's solid, but no one's really gonna stop Aiden Hutchinson on this group. Anyway, DeAndre Meadows at left end ain't very good. Andrew Gray's a solid right end, and they have a really good defensive tackle in Byron Murphy out of Texas. He's 26 now. At linebacker, they got Derek Hall, Nakobe Dean, Sherrod Carter, and Boye Mafe, so a pretty decent group here. And then at DB, they've got Devin Winterspoon still, Christian Benford, and Jarian Jones. Julian Love and Gerald Reddick are their safeties. So after looking at that roster, it's a solid team. Their best player is Kenneth Walker. They don't have many holes, but that's like their only real star. Like, this team ain't gonna... Well, I guess Witherspoon, because Jake was like a 90. Yeah, right there. So, I mean, it's a solid team. It's not better than ours. And we're at home. I still expect us to win this game. We've got a press conference for week 5. Coach, we're 5 weeks in. Well, really, we're 4 weeks in. We haven't finished week 5 yet. Do you feel like you have a solid idea of how good your team is this season? Of course. Probably better than last year. We went 14-3 last year. If I had to look into the future, how many wins do you think this team would finish with? A lot. At least 12-14. I'd be disappointed if we ended up 11-6. I'd probably say 15-17 instead of 12-14. I expect no more than 2 losses. But yeah, you can't pick a higher amount than 14. But here we go, weekly strategy. Yeah, kind of scared of Kenneth Walker. We'll go defend outside run. That's fine. We'll go half pad split for 98%. Fatigue. You know, after seeing the coaching stuff in franchise mode, it makes me a little more interested than I was before. Like, I didn't really care. Look at their medium passer rating allowed. They're dominating across the middle. Because, like, honestly, the abilities actually do look interesting, and the play sheets also, like, being able to use a different set of plays based off the team you're facing off against also sounds fun. But, okay, what do I do? I did Bushra and Powell, so now it's Powell and Raynaud, since Guerrero doesn't have a mini game. But yeah, I'm actually slightly interested in the coaching upgrade this season. I'm definitely interested in the customization, but really, like, oh, we got Ball on the field. Okay, didn't see that one coming. Nice pick by Ward on first down. Wait, no, not first down. The game hasn't even started yet. But yeah, like, I already cared about the halftime show, but there was some things I didn't really care about, and now there are things I do care about a lot more. We'll see. It could still end up being really pointless because right now, coach abilities and whatever. Would you even call them coach abilities today? I'm not even sure, but they're like really invisible, man. I think that's what a part of what they're trying to do, make them seem more relevant. Because right now, it really feels like most coach abilities are like, oh yeah, this thing happens, you get +1 to this rating, or this kind of trade becomes a little easier. And you're like, okay, I'll upgrade that, but you never say, oh, I'm so happy I got that ability because without it, I wouldn't have been able to do this. You never think about that except for very specific abilities like we've seen enough. And it makes sense that some abilities, especially the earlier ones, aren't as effective. But like slowing range regression, like it doesn't. I don't know. My effective abilities could be a lot better than they are. And I mean, we'll see how much they change them. Special stat points are kind of boring right now. Now you get Coach XP, which is actually very relevant. Also, we are struggling, but we'll see how the coach thing goes. I mean, obviously, Dynasty was better than this franchise. But I don't think it was just because college football's Dynasty was that much better than franchise. When you're doing something new, the fresher things feel better. So, but man, since it's the biggest franchise update yet, and I can't really disagree. So we'll see if it actually works out. How much is for silver? I'm not getting that. Yeah, we are getting destroyed. Now I probably need an interception. I don't even know if an interception would be enough. So yeah, we're going to get bronze for Powell. I feel like some drills are really just random chance, because especially cover skeleton, you only control one of the like 7 players on the field, and really it feels like luck if your teammates are in the position to get interceptions or not. Of course, things like these are completely skilled. The only thing that controls the game besides you is the fullback, which you could usually score even without the fullback playing well. But yeah, weekly training is still so much better because I was playing Madden 20. I was like, dude, I just realized the drills. I mean, the weekly strategy for this one, or they call it weekly training back then, is terrible. It's literally just you doing boring drills, like full offense drills. You don't do no specific players, and I can understand why literally no one did that. Weekly strategy is more interesting because you're really just trying to do it for those young players' development. I would prefer if I didn't get tackled. Nice blocking, fullback. That was actually terrible. Dude. fullback freaking sucks. What is he doing? Like, where is he going? I hate close quarters. This is the hardest one, and not even because of the close quarters. It's because your fullback has no brain. And he usually just runs into his own offensive lineman or gives you the weakest block attempt you've ever seen. I don't even think I'm going to get enough for gold. Oh, actually, I got another play. So if I score here, I should be good. Okay, I did get it. But yeah, Bayern definitely made that one a little bit tougher than it should have been. Alright. We are doing full pads starters for offense, which usually gets you an injury every week, pretty much. I mean, sometimes you won't. You'll get lucky, like I am here, but usually you will get an injury during weekly strategy if you do full pads starters. Okay, so this week we just go with the simple all blue. Seattle. No, your pants are too similar to ours. You have to go all white. Sorry. Bring it on.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and we've got the Titans leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Titans and the Hawks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis and Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
As Scout believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks. They're in their straight line. Winners of 3 of the last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Okay, so both teams won in blowout fashion last week. Maybe we'll see a closer game today. I just realized that if Quincy Russell was on the Seahawks, he'd probably be playing against... He'd probably be wearing green sleeves. Which makes me kind of want to see what Russell would wear with other teams, but also I'd rather him... Well, I just gave him a 7-year contract. He's going to be a Titan forever. I mean, yeah, he is definitely a veteran. I mean, he's had some solid years recently. Seahawks don't seem to care. They want a new start. Yeah, the Seahawks even been going to the playoffs. First carry for Walker, and he gets hit hard by Powell. Solid game last week. Nothing crazy, but he did score twice. Oh, he had 3 total touchdowns. Okay. But yeah, here will be 2nd and 8 for Graham in the Seattle offense. Big gain of 2 here. It'll be 3rd and 6. I might do what Mr. Hurricane did, where he like simmed the rest of his franchise to see how it went. I might do that, but also this has mostly been a playing franchise, so simulating seasons would kind of feel out of place as Kenneth Walker is wide open. He gets to the 40. It's like he doesn't fit the style of a playing franchise to sim it. But also, if I'm gonna delete Madden 25 anyway and lose all of his data, I might as well see how it turns out, even if it doesn't exactly feel canon or whatever. As Kenneth Walker is just battling through Aiden Hutchinson. Hutchinson has been a solid signing, but I mean, look at the money we've paid him to be not even our best edge rusher in the last couple seasons. I mean, maybe you say he's better than Van Ness, but like, I don't know, man. It's debatable, and it's a problem that's debatable because I think but J-Rod's hurt. He's one of our more injury-prone players. If you see an injury timeout, it's usually going to be Russell Crocker or J-Rod, maybe even Ty J. Spears. But yeah, J-Rod won't return as is usual with injury-prone players' injuries. I wonder if the injury rating also determines how bad their injury will be, or if that's just me getting cooked by Kenneth Walker, and Sparks does not have the speed. The Seahawks are going to score first. It's just a bruised sternum. He'll return next week, but oh my goodness. Kenneth Walker just dusted the entire team. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was talking about injury-prone players. But yeah, this is the highest overall team we've played so far. We've not played a team higher than 85 overall. The Seahawks come in at an 86. And while we are much higher overall than the 86, when you start to get to that 86, 87 overall threshold, you can lose to that team. I say even 85 you can lose to. 84 you should really be beating, especially if you're a 90 overall team. But yeah, look at the MVP candidate. Groves leading the NFL in yards, touchdowns, and completion. Not the completion percentage. I think Lamar Scott's higher than that. Passer rating, I meant.
But in his case, it is.
On first down, firing the Crocker on first down. He scored his first touchdown last week. He's never played more than 14 games in a season. He's already missed one this year. Which honestly, only missing 3 games isn't bad, but... Oh, look at that cut! Oh, they're going to do me like that? The minute I cut, they're like, nope, we're not letting that happen. You were supposed to be tackled right there, buddy. Alright, so on Isaac Johnson, also the leader of sacks allowed, despite being an offensive guard. And off the Spears, and that's what the game wanted. Yeah, they didn't expect me to get that big run, so they have to switch it up. Firing short, that's James Thompson. There's going to be another flag. I'm assuming that's holding as well. Of course it is. This one's on Tyler Guyton. I'm not sure what we're doing. So now Groves dealing with 2nd and 26. Offensive line already deciding that they don't really want us to win this game, but we do get the screen to Raynaud, and he gets a lot of the yards back. It'll be just like if the holding never happened. It'll be 3rd and 12. Looks like Seattle sending a blitz. Groves notices it. Fires immediately to Quincy Russell, who can't bring it in. I feel like the ball could have been sent with a little bit more force instead of lobbed up. I know Russell's a good jump ball receiver normally, but I just feel like it wasn't really necessary. The punt is away. It's returnable, but it doesn't seem like he will be returning anything here, as it's down at the 9 by Hewitt. Those are Kenneth Walker's season stats. Pretty good for 4 games. He just had another receiving touchdown. And firing downfield. I'm assuming that's going to be roughing the passer. As Seahawks going to have an extra 15. Oh no. An eligible man downfield on Paul Barton, the offensive tackle. How does that really happen? I mean, it's happened 2 times to the CPU now. He just chases. Why is he chasing? Like, he just chased me. Not a great play. Seattle was looking like they were about to get a huge play to DK Metcalf, maybe even plus a roughing the passer, but no, instead, 1st and 15. There's been a lot of penalties, and Kenneth Walker somehow gets positive yards. Damian Wallace was there, but he avoids him. It's 2nd and 13. Kenneth Walker runs right through the hole, and I turned into the wrong player. A big Seattle first down as Walker's running right over us. I thought I was going to turn into Tap. I ended up turning to the guy who was closer, to be fair. But I still would like that addition that I've been asking for probably 2 Maddens now, where, just like 2K, that little white circle so you know who you're going to turn into next. I'd like that. Because, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's necessary, but, like, it would help a lot with turning into players and making tackles, as Walker's just absolutely dismantling this run defense. I mean, I chose this. I did raise their run blocking all the way up to 60. throw is Graham. And it's dropped. Are you serious? Is that Khalil Shakir who just dropped that? Toss play to Walker. And look at Josh Starks reading him like a book. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Uh-oh, here comes Graham. No, he's not going anywhere. Brought down by Calhoun and Hutchinson. Dude, Calhoun's been so good this year, man. And, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get him back. If we do another season. Taylor's punt is away. James Meredith on the return. And he's going to the outside. Brought down at 27. It was a really important stop there by our defense. Gives us a shot to tie it up once again. And Spears trying to get to the outside here, and he will, but Dean is just too fast. Dean is not that normal linebacker. He's probably one of the fastest in the NFL. Spears was also pretty solid last week. Averaged way more yards than Walker, but didn't have that 3-touchdown game like he did. Hand off to Spears. He's got room as he battles to midfield. Now there'll be under a minute to go in the first quarter. Play action. Groves. Time. Fires. Russell. Got it! And that'll be touchdown number 7. A 50-yard bomb. And just like that, this game is tied up. Russell, 7 touchdowns in 5 games. And the thing is, he's played all 5 games. Sure, I think he left in the 3rd quarter last week. But first of all, that's late enough for me to say he played that game. And I think he still scored last week, too. So, like, I'm not going to take that away from him. Like, 7 touchdowns in 5 games is elite no matter how injury-prone you are. Like, imagine if he actually plays all 17 this season. I know, unlikely, but what if? Anyway, Corin Graham back on the field. No Kenneth Walker. They handed it off to the backup, and he ain't going nowhere. Maybe a yard for him. That's Ernest Jones, a long-time Tennessee Titan now. Which is funny because he actually ended up becoming a Titan in real life. Not exactly the same way or number that he became a Titan in this franchise. But, you know, it's kind of funny that things like that managed to happen. I wonder if Aiden Hutchinson will take that same path. Bear end of the first quarter tied 7-7. 2 big bombs are the touchdowns so far.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at
We're one of the 3 remaining undefeated teams in the AFC. What happened to Walker? Is he hurt? This is his 2nd play not being on the field, and I accidentally chose Superstar X Factor. No, I guess it's just the receiving back. I'd keep Walker in on every play personally. And that's a lot of traffic dropped by Noah Fant. Dude, that young tight end is coming for your spot, I can tell you that. Graham to throw. He has time, and he makes the move and runs all the way to the 44. Can't give him time. This offensive line is one of the lower rated ones we've seen. They have a lot of solid linemen, but no one should be struggling, is what I'm trying to say. And that's another drop. I mean, the pass was behind in Jigba. What is going on? Why can the Seahawks not catch today? Anyway, 2nd and 10. Play action. Graham finally brought down again. That's the rookie, Antoine Peterson. I believe that's his name. Why are they giving him half a sack? They gave half to Ernest Jones. Why? I don't understand that. How does Ernest Jones get half a sack here? What did he do? Man is so bugged out. How is that half a sack for Jones? What did Jones do on that play? He didn't even touch Graham. It's the second time. Give the rookie the full sack, man. Jones doesn't even need it. And wide open Noah Fant! How do you allow a 3rd and 16, man? What is going on? We cannot stop the Seahawks on 3rd down. Caught. Dude, Damian Wallace cannot tackle right now. There's Kenneth Walker and the other running back. The 3rd string. 2nd and 8. And they get out to Gilchrist, and that's a no gain. 3rd and 8. If we give him too much time, he might actually run again, though. Uh-oh, throwing it up top, and if he didn't overthrow that, that's an interception. Instead, the Seahawks will settle for 3. Riley Patterson, the kick. Kick is up and is good. Seahawks take the lead back. This is like the most competitive game we've had since the Bengals game, because I don't think we ever trailed against any of the other teams we played. James Meredith will return again. And Meredith up to the 33. That's a very solid return. And there's your boy Quincy Russell. I wonder how it feels to be on the field every game. Must be weird for him. Man, that's gotta be better. That's so much space for Raynaud if our guys decide to block.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And uh-oh, Groves letting it all out. Deep bomb to Russell. He's not gonna get it. It'll be 3rd and 9. We really don't have time for another quick 3 and out. Firing the Spears. He's going to try to get there. He's not going to. And for some reason, for some unknown reason, the Titans stay on the field. And they'll throw. Firing it to Byer, who breaks a tackle and has enough. What a lucky break. Byer just saved a huge stop from occurring because, man, that could have changed the whole game if Byer didn't get it. Play action now. Groves firing. Crocker can't find it. The pass is offline for the tight end. I don't think he forced it. It was only a force because it wasn't open. I mean, because it was a bad throw. Like, if it was a good throw, that's an easy catch for Crocker. It'll be 3rd and 6. I said because it wasn't open. It was. Getting up to Raynaud on the angle route. Big first down. Groves usually has so much more passing yards. It's crazy to see him only with 103. Because we've been just airing it out so easily against other teams, but the Seahawks are actually making it a little difficult. Spears just running through players. Trying to gain that confidence. And that's going to be picked. First time of the season. It just floated, man. I got to change to that new to the other passing meter when I go to 26. Because, oh my God. How's an in-route ever floated? I don't understand that. I mean, the passing meter isn't terrible. It was solid for college football 25, even though it did frustrate me when I first started using it. But, like, in Madden, with all the tight window throws that you expect your QB to make, they can't be floating those. You can't control what kind of pass your QB throws. With literally every other meter you can, except for this one. And, of course, we're going to push Walker ahead for our first down here. And I guess I was wondering last week if any team could find a stop for this offense, and the Seahawks apparently have. And they're not really doing anything special. I mean, Groves gave them a free pass there. They're not like pressuring them any more than other teams have or anything. They're literally simply playing better. And that's intercepted! Taylor Sparks! And that pass was off too. I'm not exactly sure what's happening today. Very odd football game between two teams who should be playing cleaner football than this. Grove's just going to launch that one away. I don't believe his passer rating is as good as it usually is either. Wide open Ian Crocker. That's the easiest drag route of all time. And he's going to make a move. Break a tackle. Ian Crocker inside the 15. And that brings us into the red zone for the first time today. I mean, look what Crocker could do after the catch, man. It's crazy. Another drag, this time to Marvin Mims. He will get 4. 2nd and 6. Firing, Reynard, got it, scores. Just like that, after the big mistake, we end up taking the lead anyway. Quick drive. I mean, I don't get how Corin Graham can make a mistake there. Groves finally throws his first pick of the season. You give on right back to us, giving Sparks his 2nd interception of the season. I think 3rd of his career in the regular season, because I think he had one in the playoffs, but that doesn't count. He had one against the Dolphins and maybe against the Eagles in the Super Bowl as well. And now back to the Seattle Seahawks. Do we receive again? No, I think the Seahawks got the ball first. Did they? Graham's going to chuck that one away. Good coverage there. Yeah, I really can't remember who got the ball first. Anyway. 2nd down and long. They check down. And it's caught. He'll get a gain of 6. Seahawks call timeout, so they're pretty confident they can convert here on 3rd down. And the play is made! Metcalf wide open! Touchdown, Seattle! Snead's just playing way too far off. And when he tries to make the play, he completely whiffs. And that might be one of the biggest mistakes this entire season defensively. I'm not sure how you... I mean, we saw the play earlier. Remember when he threw an inaccurate pass and Snead almost had the interception? He was playing way closer to Metcalf there. You saw how it worked. This time, he's just playing off like there's no chance he's getting targeted, which obviously leads the QB to targeting him. I mean, you just gotta get the ball away. One man, 3 players were free, or 4. I mean, they sent 5. We had 5 blockers. That's all I gotta say. Looking downfield, Marvin Mims. Can we get it to him? Yes! Caught at the 36. I can already tell this is going to be an electric football game. Firing, Crocker. Get to it! Groves misses again. Firing the Russell this time. He can't bring it in. This dude is locked down. It'll be 3rd down. Groves is facing a different type of team right now, man.
Stick with the passing game.
We fire short. Peterson's going to be, Thompson's going to be well short. We have to settle for 3.
Good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So the completion good for 6 yards.
Groves is like, whoa, what happened? I thought I was dotting up every team I faced off against, but now Seahawks are actually giving us a run for our money. This might be the least amount of points we've scored in a half. Or in the first half, because I know we scored less. Because usually in the second half when we're blowing out a team, we slow down a lot. But we can't slow down now. If we slow down in the second half, we're going to lose. Aubrey's kick from 47 will make it look easy, but that was us in halftime. 17 all in probably the best game this season so far between the Titans and whatever their opponents have been. Because every other game has ended in the blowout. Of course, this one can too. But you never know, and I don't think the Seahawks are going to let it be that easy.
But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Bryce Young, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. 2 touchdown passes there for Michael Penix. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half,
All right, halftime stats time. Okay. I think my stream is too far back right now. That was like a good. Yeah. Okay. Groves, 11 of 19, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's so weird to see him not only having 1 or 2 incompletions, but Corin Graham, 9 of 15, 177, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Very similar stats from these 2 quarterbacks. That's why the game is tied. Kenneth Walker having an amazing day, 8 for 46. I mean, they give him 10 carries and a half. I'm pretty sure we'd be losing by more than 17. Spears, 3 for 28. Probably should be giving him more carries too, right? Raynaud having our most receptions and our only receiving touchdown. Never mind. I forgot Quincy also had that 50-yard bomb. Crocker, 2 for 40. Mims, 2 for 43. Thompson, only 1 reception to this point. 8 tackles for Joshua Starks, and Ernest Jones leads us. Jones has the worst half sack of all time. Wait, why do we have 5 half sacks? When did Lucas Van Ness, did they just give him one? When did they give Lucas Van Ness a half sack? I'm not even sure about that one, but Jones and Starks have only 2 tackle for losses. Sparks had that really important interception. No deflections. Alright, I was right. The Seahawks did get the ball first. For the first time this season, by the way. We had to play 5 games before we got the kickoff to start the game. And now we receive to begin the second half. James Thompson to return. Nice blocking, guys. And as we get only to the 24, they're going to take a look at Groves, who's had a good game. Not a Greg Groves Season 6 game, because Greg Groves Season 6 is unbeatable. I'm pretty sure if he played like how he played the last 4 games, this game, we would not be tied. But maybe he can do that in the second half. We'll see. All right, 1st and 10.
Offense set to begin the drive.
2 guys over Russell and then a safety over the top. I wonder who they're scared of. Probably should be Donald Reynard, who still leads us in receptions, but he takes a hit from number 71 playing on defense. I can already tell he's a dog, because why are you wearing number 71?
Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Reynard on the carry this time gets 4. It'll be 3rd and 1. And we bring out the big guns. You see favorite playing tight end. You probably know what this is going to be. A run inside. Spears going to most certainly have enough. Uh-oh. Number 71's really trying to mess us up. Luckily, Spears still gets 5. I'm not really enjoying Mr. 71's presence right now. I don't think I like him very much. Firing Russell, caught, 1st down. You know, you can trust Russell in tight windows like that a lot more than other players. His hands are just so much stronger than the average DB. Handoff, Reynard. Oh my goodness, taking hits like a champ, but he'll still lose yardage. He really just carried that entire play because offensive line did not really care for him there. And we can't get the ball out in time or tackle. Luckily, he gets to get the ball out, at least that. But it'll be 3rd and 12. Those aren't blitzers, those are literally just edge rushers. They always rush the QB pretty much. Groves is gonna be sacked. Didn't see anyone healthy immediately, and they take us down. And Groves is being worked out by the trainer. His 2nd injury of the season, despite not being hurt in either of his 2 prior seasons. And here comes Ryan Stonehouse's punt. It's receivable. Once again, they're just gonna call the fair catch. And it's received by Vernon Crompton at the 15. So we're going to have to bring in Evan Leonard for the 2nd time. And that's really bad because Groves is so good. Like, Leonard's fine, but he's no Greg Groves. We're playing in our toughest game so far. Here comes Davian Wallace. Finally, he makes a tackle. And, dude, I signed him because of that run block shedding. It's the best I've ever seen out of such a low overall player. Like, I mean, 80 overall with, like, what do you have, 86 block shedding? And, dude, look at Kenneth Walker. 2nd and 11, he just gets 11. I mean, yeah, that run stop was cute, but they just did it again. Oh, play action by, open receiver. Graham misses. 2nd and 10. I kind of see a run here. It's RPO, and it will lead to a run. Wallace can't get to him. Oh, my God. I hate Kenneth Walker so much. He's talking trash to Aiden Hutchinson, bro. Win a ring first. It's kind of crazy to tell a running back that because he has no effect on it, but there goes Damian Wallace again. This time a sack. J-Rod who? And Wallace has been like the Devontae Wyatt. I feel like whenever I bring in a backup defensive tackle, they just are unstoppable. Both offenses fail to put up points in their first drives. Both teams punt. Returnable for James Meredith down at the 38. Evan Leonard heading onto the field. I'm not sure how I feel about this. What does our staff say about Groves? Out for a quarter. So at least for the rest of this 3rd quarter, we're going to be dealing with Evan Leonard, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But he finds someone open. Spears got it. Torches the defensive back and runs in for a touchdown. That wheel route just ended that man's career, because how does the coach put you back on the field after that? And we take the lead back for the first time ever? Because it was 7-7, and then they tied it up 7-10. But no, we had the lead when it was 10-14, so first lead since like early second quarter or something. One play, Evan Leonard bomb. And that is tackle made by Starks. They'll start at the 28. If you're Corin Graham, you're probably very mad at Big 99. Because, dude, he just ruined that entire drive on his own. I called his name on 3 different plays. You know, one time he didn't make the tackle, but he was still there. We haven't seen much JSN today. Oh, dang. Dude, Walker's just so good. Because usually you think the hole is plugged because of me, but he gets right in between me and the clutter. And manages to get 9 yards. Oh, here comes Walker! Down short of the first down. That's Braylon Mullins. 3rd down and inches. And this time it's too easy. Walker with a big first down. Here comes the backup Hackett. Can he hack his way to a first down? And Corin Graham is pressured, gets the ball away before taking a sack. Very good coverage there. Love to see it. And he fires cross body, and it's dropped again. Looks like Hackett isn't or Brackett is his name, isn't much for receiving back, which makes you question why he's playing it. Or maybe he just didn't expect Graham to throw it, and I didn't either. So, anyway, 3rd and 10. Seattle is a screen. And Brackett's not gonna get it. Inches shy of the first down. Seattle's gonna punt. And that's a pretty solid punt, out of bounds at the 5. I said pretty solid, and that's like better than any of the punts I've done today. And Raynaud fights, gets to the 10. And now there's an injury to Ian Crocker. He's limping, I don't like that. And he won't return, of course he won't. Is he the new Russell? And that might be picked. Might be grateful for the inaccurate pass. Crocker won't return with a Bruce Sturm. He should be back next week against the Falcons. Evan Leonard. Maybe the last drive of the game for him, and he won't get the first down. Scared of the blitz, we fire quick, and we're going to be short. Stonehouse's punt. And that's a great tackle by Hewitt. But Seahawks still get the start at the 36. Graham looking to tie the game. Brackett just not as electric as Walker. No gain. This should be the last play before the 3rd quarter ends if they even hike it. They will not. Final 9, we're up by 7. Looking to go 5-0.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's been a good game. But once again, we managed to have the lead in the fourth quarter. Question is, can we actually keep it this time? Because this is tougher than any game we've played yet. Seahawks have that different level of focus. They want this win more than any team has wanted to win this season. Oh, and Graham's hit as he throws. Incomplete. He got rocked by Peter Calhoun. 3rd and 10. And firing to the wide open Noah Fan. I saw it, I just couldn't react in time. And there'll be an injury to Aiden Hutchinson, as we are wondering, can our team stay healthy? Luckily, it's not as bad as the 2 bruised sternums we've had, but I'm wondering if they can also stop hurting our sternums. Tackle by Snead, that's a good one. But also a pretty solid throw on the run. Graham's been really good at avoiding sacks today. He's taken some. I think he's taken 3, but still, he's had a lot of. He could have been hit by a lot more. Firing short to bracket again. Calhoun makes the tackle. It's 3rd and 2. Oh, it's play action again. Finding his man. Khalil Shakir beats Snead for the first down. That's such a dangerous play action, but it works out anyway. Now it's Gilchrist Walker in the backfield. Same play as last time. Firing, caught, touchdown, JSN. I mean, is there a better way to begin a quarter? Titans looked foolish out there.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. And this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And yeah, that was not pitchable at all. We'll be tied to 25. All right, Groves returns. And, I mean, is there a better time for him to come back? Spears breaking tackles. He'll get 4. Felt like a little bit more than 4, but all right. Oh, that's double coverage, but Russell might still have space. Looks like he couldn't reach anybody with the tough coverage. 3rd and 6. That could have been caught, man. That really could have been caught. Grove's gonna run, and he's got the first down. Pretty much immediately decided to scramble. And that's the quick decision making that makes him maybe the best in the NFL. And Spears finding lanes, getting 9. He hasn't had a ton of bad voice crack. He hasn't had a ton of carries, but he's done pretty well with them. Oh, look at the pancake. There's a flag. Spears is gonna get it, but we're most certainly going backwards. Our 3rd holding of the game. Isaac Johnson for the 2nd time. Get that man off the field. Bro's literally young Tevin Jenkins. And we can't even get the ball out because number 71 is just playing pass interference for fun. This is not a good play. And we hit as we throw. Oh, that's Byron Young, and I'm assuming he beat that exact same guy. No, he beat Skoronski and then beat Johnson. Uh-oh. It's returnable. He'll call fair catch at the 18. You've got to wonder, man. Will the Titans lose the first game because they don't drop 30? Because we haven't dropped 30 yet. And that's why, probably why it's only a tie game. And I mean, they keep giving Kenneth Walker carries, and he keeps delivering.
Second down and 3.
Will they run yet again on second and short? And that's a movement. It'll be a false start.
I think this is against Seattle.
I think that was on the left guard. And it'll be 2nd and 8 instead.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult.
That was a pretty big false start.
Now Graham to throw.
Oh, play action, firing short. They've got their man. Fant has it, man.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I really think it's their defense that's winning this game for them. They've been solid on offense. Damian Wallace
He is met in his tracks.
will not be denied.
2 yards.
Loss of 2.
Second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them
But as I was saying, their defense is what's winning them this game. Their offense has been solid, but nothing crazy. They've done something that no other team has been able to do up to this point, and hold this Titans offense to multiple stops and not just turnovers. They've been making us punt commonly in this game. But now it's 3rd and 10. Graham needs this conversion. And he throws it up top! Dropped by Tap! The king of dropping interceptions returns, but he doesn't seem to care. And honestly, I don't really either. I would prefer to pick, obviously. But we still have 3 minutes to end the game. Returnable for James Meredith.
just did them a solid, it appears.
And he's, hit hard. Brought down at the 38.
Gets this up across the 35.
All right, Groves.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Back on the field. Hand off to Spears. Breaking a tackle. Tajay Spears fighting for a first down.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side.
And that's a nice grab by Sanders, who gets 8. We're going to let this go to 2-minute warning. We can win with a field goal. We can hit a field goal from here. That's how good our kicker is, Brandon Aubrey. So I'm going to run the ball.
Down to the good stuff. All tied with
So just got to make sure we don't lose yards as we're heading to the final 2 minutes.
possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
3 men on the line. Raynaud has enough. Battling all the way to the 35.
That time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside.
If
Nice steady.
we could fake them out with this jet sweep.
All 3 timeouts still remain.
Motion man is Thompson.
10 now.
He gets it, and he'll get a couple. Nothing crazy. Seahawks call a timeout. They're finally realizing, oh wait, we really need to call timeouts.
Jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's a run by
Spears can only get 2.
2 here. Stop.
And Russell's out, shaking his wrist.
Looks like a member of the Titans
He's on the bench. That's fine. We're not using him right now, and we're not planning on it.
to him, and we will step aside.
As long as he's not out for like a long period, I don't care. Stretch. Spears might have just booked the ending already, as we're going to be able to run the rest of this clock out and kick a easy, and I mean a easy field goal of Brandon Aubrey. They're not even going to have timeouts to ice us.
They'll run with Spears. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought
Yeah, this game is all about
Now the Seahawks forced to use
done.
their 3rd and final
It was a good fight, a really good game by the Seattle Seahawks. But at the end of the day, we have one of the best offensive lines and one of the best running backs in the NFL. It's that simple.
Now 3rd down.
Spears takes the carry. He'll be short, but we don't really care.
Yeah, this is only going to be a game
Like, it doesn't matter if he got it or not.
of 1.
So,
Been an up and down
very tough game. We've learned that
long drive.
there's just going to be hard games no matter how good your team is. This is a great team. We played another really solid team. And we made some mistakes, had some injuries. Had a really tough battle with Kenneth Walker that we came out on top on, especially with that big play by Damian Wallace, who just decided that he wants to take J-Rod's job. and as a Super Bowl winning team, I love J-Rod. But if he's going to play worse than the backup, then the backup might come in along with J-Rod's injury concerns. But for now, let's focus on today. Aubrey for the win. His kick is up and good. They'll give him 1 second on the clock. That's fine. And that will, of course, be a touchback. I mean, you saw why I did that. I purposely didn't even give him a chance to return. They're going to hit a Hail Mary if they want to win. Well, Corin, let's see what you can do. Will y'all fall to 3-2? I know, they just fire it short. Maybe they're trying some magic, but no, Noah Fant's not going to give him that magic. Titans win. Looks scary sometimes. But we move on to 5-0 for the second season in a row. Taking down a really respectable Seahawks squad. Corin Graham trying to save his job. But, I mean, even with the injury, Evan Leonard hit a big bomb. Groves did what he needed to do. And that interception led to touchdown drive was like maybe the biggest drive of the game. Along with Damian Wallace. Like, he deserves his props too. Raynon Spears are also it was just a fun running back battle. Seeing Walker, Spears, and Raynon really duel was enjoyable. Even if Groves had by far his worst game of the season, we don't really care. Like, win is a win, and he doesn't need to win MVP. I want to win MVP. I didn't even get to win it with Britt, but we played a tough game and we came out on top. That's what matters. Of course, Spears actually ended up outrunning Walker, even with less carries. Right now, led us in receptions, had a touchdown. Spears and Russell also struck Pater. Not much for Thompson again. It's his second slow game in a row. Sacked a lot by Guyton. 12 tackles for Starks. Him and Wallace really won that game for us. I think he did. Oh no, that was Starks. I was talking about. Anyway, we win. So next time Falcons, then Cardinals, then Rams. We probably beat the highest overall team out of those three teams. Alright, Raynaud, we'll get him plus in elusive up to an 84 overall player. He's the 18th ranked running back, and we have him on our team as a backup. Or really just a second fiddle to Ty Spears. And then J-Rod up to an 83. 2 power moves, 2 tackle. Power moves are way higher than this block shed. Anyway, that's yet another dub for Tennessee. No, Falcons are the same overall as the Seahawks, and pretty much the same record too. So this could be an equally challenging game for us. But the Colts are now 2-3. They just took a loss. This is not looking like a very competitive division. But still, the 3 undefeated AFC teams remain. Grove stays in front in yards, even if just by 17. Yeah, that's a big dub. Yeah, Falcons-Titans is going to be a big game. Any draft stories? Looks like no. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Adios.